Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2.0 Shifting Metal channel, the channel that revolves around our business, Barrow Motors, here in Somerset, and carsportformore.com. Today, we've got a very exciting car to show you. This has been taken in part exchange on my week off. I'm not meant to be here, but I had to come in and see this because it's just so exciting. It's a £300 car with MOT. It runs and drives quite well, apparently, and we've probably already got a buyer lined up for it. So let's have a look at our £300 Vauxhall Insignia. There's so much to take in with this car already. We've got the very bad kind of skin condition that you tend to get with red paint on the front. The lacquer is disappearing. We've got an aquarium in our headlight. We've got quite a lot of rust on the wing here. And not only have we got the rust breaking through, but you can see they've actually tried to kind of like repair it and touch it up before. Remarkably though, the wheel looks pretty good. We have got, what have we got? Some Safer Rich tyres. Well, we've got a Safer Rich tyre, which actually has got loads of tread. I can tell you now, from seeing that badge, that it's an SRI. In fact, I know very little about this car. I don't even know what engine it is, whether it's a petrol. I guess being an SRI, I don't know. What we'll do, actually, is I'm going to run a vehicle score check on this car, because I'll be interested to know, considering this car's not in the best of condition, what it does actually score, and it will give me a load of information on the car as well. So as always, I'm going to get the vehicle score website up, enter our registration, which is November Lima 12. What's Victor? I want to say Vauxhall, but it's not. Victor Tango. It's going to give us a score from 1 to 999 based on their algorithm, which checks the MOT history, the age, the mileage, and loads of other factors. And ours is 631 out of 999, which is actually better than I would have thought. So we can look at specs. What's it tell us? Oh, it's a diesel, a 2-litre diesel. The last mileage it saw it on was 153,000, which should give you an idea of where we're going with the mileage on this one. It's got 157 brake horsepower, 350 newton meters of torque, and 1 year's worth of tax is going to cost you £195. We can also check out the MOT history on this. Let's see what the last MOT said. It passed on the 153,500 miles with advisory of offside front tyre and near side front tyre and near side front service brake fluctuating. So front brakes could have warped discs and potentially the tyres. Well, it looks like the tyres have been changed. So that's all good news. But it would be worth knowing, wouldn't it, if you hadn't checked those already, you know, that would give you an idea of where to look for problems on this car. The beauty of Vehicle Score is not only all that information that you can get completely for free, but if you want to really check this car's history before you hand over your hard-earned cash, then you can do their history checks. Not only can you do their normal history check, which is under £10, but they also do an insured report as well, so that if you don't find anything wrong with the car, then you will get your money back. And on either of those checks, you can use my code SHIFTINGMetal20 and you will get yourself a very nice 20% discount off. Let's carry on having a look around. We've got privacy glass on the back, which I think is genuine and not tints. So, oh no, it is tints. Because if you come around here, you better see from the inside where it's been scratched by something, and you can see light through it. If it was privacy glass, that wouldn't happen because it's not a film, it's the actual glass. But some people will like it. We've got a tow bar. I'm about to lose our spare key out of the envelope, but it's good news that we have got a spare key. We've got the obligatory diesel smeg coming out of the cap. This thing's obviously screaming out for a clean, but if we've already got a buyer for it, we might not need to. So that'd be good news. Again, wheel looks pretty good, and I think we've got another Safer Rich with loads of tread on it. These are practically new, so I wonder if they've put a whole new set on after the MOT last time around, because it has done a few thousand miles since its MOT. We've got a very similar story on the back with the lacquer, where oh, I thought that was paint, but no, it's gone through to the plastic. Obviously it's chipping off. Obviously you get this with red cars, maybe not so much newer red cars, but something to do with the pigment that means that the paint, the lacquer comes off. I think more so what's happened here is stuff's been kind of like jammed on the boot lip as they're putting it in and out, but we'll have a look in the boot in a minute. We haven't got, tell me they're not going to have like matching tyres but opposite sides, because on here we've got a Sumitomo now. Again, the wheel looks in good condition though, and we've got the similar sort of tread, so it feels like these tyres would have been changed at a similar sort of time, but like an absolute psychopath with different brands. More rust bubbling through the arch here, and again, a pretty matching, disgusting arch on the front here. This is usually the worst wheel, as we say, for curbing, because it's the near side front, you kind of curb feeling wheel, and it is the case with this one because it is pretty rubbish. Oh wow, so we've got a Grenlander now. So we've got 3 brands. Why? What's the tread like? Again, loads of tread. So maybe they changed the front tyres for those, whatever they were, safe riches. They put a pair on the front, and then maybe they wouldn't have done though, because this wheel is curbed up and this probably would. I have no idea what they've done. That's really weird. Don't know why they would do that. But we have got 3 different brands on this car, which usually tells you all you really need to know. I can see just from out here how smeary that windscreen is, that it probably wants a seriously deep clean. But, you know, bare bones of it, other than the paint falling off of it, bodywork's actually quite straight. We haven't got that many scrapes or scratches. We've just got rust, paint falling off, and an aquarium in the headlight. We'll have a look at the interior, then we'll look at the paperwork, and then we'll see how it drives. That's going to be the real proof of the case. Let's have a look in the boot first. Actually, surprisingly clean. Obviously it's not clean, but I expected it to be pretty horrendous in here. We don't have a parcel shelf though. Do we have a spare wheel? No, that's missing. It looks like it actually would have had a spare wheel as well. We've got the little protective mat and what would have hooked in with the screw securing thing, but it's not there, so that's annoying. And then we've got even more damage to the rear privacy glass. Not privacy glass. Tints, I should say. Get it right. I know you'll be jumping down my throat in the comments. Right, let's hop in the front, see what the interior's like. Right, cloth interior. I actually quite like these interiors. They're quite smart and hard wearing as well, but still very comfortable, so that's good. Quite a smart steering wheel, other than what looks like he's been chewing on it while driving it. I say he, I don't even know if it was who it was that part exchanged this in. But it does look like someone could have been sat there chewing on that while they were bored in traffic. But I'm sure it's just worn through from all the use. I'll tell you the exact mileage in a minute. It is a manual. We have got sat nav. We've got the old Navi 900, that classic unit in here, which looks like we've got our controls here. Armrest with... Oh, that's worrying. Have a look in there, Jason. Why would someone need a collection of fuses quite that... what would be the word? Broad, comprehensive. Is something blowing all the time? Who knows? It's actually, you know, it's not grubby in here. I thought with the smeary windscreen it might have been like really slimy and vapey. You notice with vapes they leave a lot of like grease on there. Someone has shat the seat here though, unless that was a McDonald's hot chocolate. Do you want to lick it and let me know if it's chocolate or something else? Butt chocolate. So it could possibly do with a wet vac, but again, we're probably not going to bother because I think we've already sold it. In the back, actually, again, not too bad. If we were going to trade this on or send it to auction, which would be our usual things, then it'd be perfectly fine to go like this. The auctions normally do a quick Hoover valet, which they charge you for usually, but is normally very terrible. But at least they will have done something. But look, it's actually like spankingly clean in there. It's certainly not grimy at all. So, being the SRI, it's quite a sporty steering wheel. That's what I was getting at with, despite the sort of chew marks in the middle. We've got cruise control, steering wheel controls, and this very fancy thing that would look like VX line. Maybe they've... No, I think that is just how it looks, but sort of semi-flat bottomed. We've got 2 keys. Don't expect it's dual zone climate control, but we've got climate control. We've got locking wheel nuts, keys. We've got the navigation SD. Is it an SD card? Yeah, it is an SD card. Not in there. It must be in the head unit, you'd hope. I was expecting to see a owner's manual in there, but alas, there's not. We haven't looked under the bonnet, have we? Tell you what, we'll just see what technology works in here and what the mileage is. So, doesn't sound too bad, does it? Distinctly Vauxhall. Sat-nav seems to work. It's telling us we're off-road. You know, we are at Bear Motors. There is a spanner on the display which tells us that we're by a garage. So that's good. It's somewhat, you know, functioning for being 12 years old. It's rough on the outside, but actually I think we are missing a flap there actually. But most things are in pretty good condition. And it's telling us service vehicle soon. So tell you what, before we run it any further, I'll get the... Another thing I should add as well, which we didn't check a minute ago. That bonging thing works, so that's good. All the central locking and everything does work. Our mileage is 160,953, so just shy of 161,000. It seems to be pretty good condition. You know what I find amazing is the seats actually, other than the poo in that one. This one over here, 161,000. It's gone a bit flat here, where someone of my sort of stature has slid their giant arse in and out and kind of flattened it out a little bit. But other than that, you know, it's not wearing through there on the bolsters, which would normally happen. So, yeah, not bad. Let's have a look at our service history and see if it actually is due a service. 5 owners it's had as well. Not too bad. That's interesting. The first thing that comes up when I see paperwork is something that says fuse. 1 times fuse in boot near fuse box, passenger side, crash bar in boot. So, oh, that's interesting. So when they fitted the tow bar, this is to do with the tow electrics. At the expense of £195, fit customer's own tow bar and own 7-pin electrics. So that's where the fuse for it is. I guess they have to take the crash bar off to put a tow bar on. Interesting. That's the MOT certificate that we looked at, which was from... So it expires on the 10th of December this year. Apparently they've swapped it as well, so saying it's service brake fluctuating, but not excessively. They said near side front, but they've changed it to offside. Whether that matters much, I don't know. We'll find out when we take it on a test drive. How many stamps do we have in the book? Place your bets now. Bear in mind, we're on 161,000. We've got to guess the last service record as well. There's a good few stamps in here, mind. So we've got 1 at Bristol Street, Sunderland, which I don't know if that's actually a Vauxhall garage or not, on 14,000 miles, basically. 30,000 miles at... Crikey. That's the tiniest stamp I've ever seen from a garage. Looks like they got that out of a Christmas cracker. That is for Fault Finder MOT Centre. Need a bigger stamp, lads, for your MOT Centre for your servicing. So that was at 30,000 miles. 36,000 miles was back at Bristol Street, Sunderland. Okay, then 47,000 miles. Fault Finder have got a bigger but thinner stamp. You can see that there. It's bigger generally, but it's still very faint. Bristol Street, DR Cars. And then the last one was in 2020 on just under 100,000 miles, really. JCP MOT Centre, Newcastle upon Tyne. Of course. It's come away, isn't it, to come down here. But that is it. So saying it's due a service is a slight understatement because it's like 62,000 miles overdue. No, not overdue, but 62,000 miles since the last service. Let's see what the oil tells us then. I mean, it will be black because it's a diesel, but we'll have a look under the bonnet, see how it looks, and then we'll drive it. An engine. Coolant looks pretty good. Nice red colour. Probably looks like it's a bit overfilled, to be honest. Should that concern us? Well, not me if I've sold it already to someone who's taken it trade, and they wanted it before I've even seen it myself. But no, I think that's okay, to be honest. Someone's just been topping it up, so that's good. At least it doesn't look like it's just water. Whoever's been filling up the oil hasn't had a very good aim, I don't think. That's why it's, like, oily. There's no sign of any mayonnaise in there. And actually, someone will tell me off now saying Don't do this at home, because you may get contact dermatitis. That's what people tell me. I've never had it, you know, but just to be safe, don't sue me because I touched some oil. Looks all right to my untrained eye, although there's something, engine mount down there, which looks like it's broken, but it's not. It's just got some like whitey scuzziness on it. Have we got any stickers saying the cam belt's been done? Not that I can see, and I didn't see that in the service history as well, so that's probably a good thing to do, to be honest, but we'll probably carry on going anyway. Let's drive it. Actually quite like an Insignia. They drive, you know, quite nicely. They're not the most exciting thing in the world. They're not the most reliable thing in the world, I wouldn't say, but they do drive okay for what you pay for one. That's annoying, whatever that is. Something's creaking about in the boot. Is very upset about wanting a service soon. Understandably, really. Sounds a little bit like it's hunting a little bit. Like it's revving rum, 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 rum. That's what hunting is. Are you letting me kind of go, kind of? That might be MAF sensor or something on this. So the person who wants this is Jason, our salesman. He loves a bit of Bang-O-Nomics. I think his current car, which he bought from us for, I don't know, 500 quid or something, is out of MOT, and he says it's come up with, I'm fairly certain his is manual though, but it's come up with transmission error, which is weird. So he says he's interested in this because it's got at least another 6 months worth of MOT on it. It's fine by me because there's not going to be much that I'll want to do with this. I wonder if the aircon works. Does anything work on here? Oh yeah, so that's... That's the aircon button. Be amazed if it does, but then again, maybe not actually. Reasonably cool. Oh, I hate window switches like that won't just settle again, so it's just like up, down. No, just, I'm trying to get you to stop. So the obvious thing to check is the brakes. Are they... Oh, they are actually a little bit warped. Can't feel it through the pedal though, so I wouldn't have thought that was front brake. When it says on an MOT service brake, a lot of people think that means the handbrake, but it doesn't. It just means your normal brakes. So I don't know how well that will show. Probably not at all, but it is pulsing a little bit, so could probably do with some brakes. Normally the sort of telltale sign, if it's front brakes, you'll feel it through the steering wheel. If it's rear brakes, you won't. And I'm just feeling juddering, but it's not an exact science. Gearbox seems okay though. Maybe feels a little down on power. The other thing with these brakes as well is not just are they juddering, they're just a little bit spongy. Not badly, but just not that confidence inspiring. You want to feel like a nice, real firm pedal when you feel it and have plenty of feeling, but it's quite a bit of travel. Oh, I'm sure you can see that now. Jason's giving me a funny look. I don't know what that is swinging around in the boot as well. Well, yeah, maybe we'll have a quick look here again. You can hear that. Oh, maybe there's something in one of the little... Could it be that? There's a stone, 2 stones. There's a lot of stones actually. Could it have been that maybe? We're baffled. We'll see if it happens again. No, it's doing it again. What on earth is that? Is there something on the outside? Well, we don't know what that is, but that's Jason's problem to find out. It's really strong noise for...
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something loose in one of the rear lights or something. Maybe there's a bulb holder hanging down. All things we'd pick up on our PDI, but we won't be doing one of those on this. PDI is pre-delivery inspection, if you weren't aware. We do it on every car so that we know that everything's been checked. Sorry, I'm just trying to make it judder. Well, I certainly wouldn't say we'd underpaid for this car. We've given over scrap money. Because like I say, 250 quid probably. It has got 6 months MOT. You know what they say, any car with 6 months MOT is worth 500 quid. Something like that. Maybe it's 12 months MOT. But if Jason wants it, then he is welcome to it. That will mean we'll probably have to have his Mercedes A-Class in part exchange, but I may know a man who wants a cheap car like that, do some work on it, although those A-Classes are probably hideous to work on, I think. But I don't think this car would be worth spending any money on to try and make more money out of it. I think if you sent it to auction, it'd probably sell for 150 quid, minus your fees, so you wouldn't be well off at all. For the people who will ask, what was this part exchanged against? We had a white BMW 335D in stock. We had it in stock for quite a while. It was about 97,000 miles on the clock, and I don't know if that affected it. Obviously it was priced accordingly, so it seemed like quite good value for one of those cars. And whoever traded this in, that's the car they bought, and I can understand why they wanted the upgrade. That thing will feel like a rocket ship in comparison to this. It's not slow, mind you. It feels maybe like it's a little bit slower than it should be. Wouldn't be surprised if the DPF and EGR are a little bit coked up on this. All in all, for 300 quid, am I complaining? No, I'm not, so don't tell me I'm moaning. I'm not. I'm just telling you what we've got here. I don't know if we might have a wheel bearing starting to go as well, but not our problem now, although I haven't actually worked out a deal with Jason yet. But we will get to that. If you want to find that out, then maybe I will update you on Instagram. If you don't follow us there already, then it's shifting_metal. You will find us loads of behind the scenes stuff as well that we usually don't put on YouTube because it's not as easy to put on there. It's a shame that YouTube got rid of YouTube stories. I used to post on there every time there's a video coming out. They don't have that anymore. I don't know why. That's offensive. But that is it for this video, really. Jason, I'm sure, will have it. Make sure you subscribe so you can find out what happens with this and whether we get his other car and do anything with that. I'll probably just do another video on that just so you can see what it's like and help me decide whether we're going to do any work on it. If you're looking to sell your car, don't forget to head to carsportformore.com, where we can hopefully try and give you the best price going, pay you direct, come and collect it from you, no fees, all that good stuff. And if we can't buy it, we'll put it on our trade platform where someone else hopefully will buy it and make it nice and easy for you and get you, cut out the middlemen, get you a good price. If you're a trader and you want to get involved and buy some of those cars, it's carsportformore.com/trade. And behind me is our, well, it's not ours anymore, it's Stu's Aston Martin V8 Vantage that we had in a competition not that long ago. Typically, things went wrong with that as soon as he was ready to collect it, so it's just waiting on a brake pipe today and then that will go out to him. You can't win that car for £2 because Stu has already won it, but we do have an absolutely gorgeous 2015 Jaguar F-Type 3 litre supercharged. It's grey, we've put black wheels on it, we've de-chromed it, it looks absolutely gorgeous. The guys are putting something on screen now. You could also win that for just £2. In fact, if you want to buy yourself 10 tickets, I will give you 5 for free, and there's a discount code you can use as well, which is Toby10. So you can get yourself a real bargain on those. And not only that, we give a portion of the proceeds to Jack's neuroblastoma journey to help with some care that he's going to be needing in America. We raised £10,000 last year and we've already matched that this year so far. So this competition with the Jaguar F-Type should help us smash that. So please do get involved, do subscribe, do like the video. Thanks for watching, plenty more coming. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.